If you want to clap with a hand, you can't clap, right? So it's actually...
What's up, guys? We're coaches from Move Private Fitness, Mont, Kiara. I'm Sheng.
I'm Bilal.
And I'm Bilal.
And today we gather around here to describe some of the experiences that clients may have gone through for those of you out there who has never worked with a personal trainer before.
Yes, so I think a lot of times the clients out there would be wondering on how is it like to kickstart with a coach, with a PT, right? So I think the first question we would like to ask is that describe the experience of how kickstarting a journey with a coach like.
I think I can't speak for all the practices out there, but I think what we try to do differently at Move here is before engaging with a client or signing them up, we put a lot of emphasis on understanding their goal through a phone call before having them in our consult. Bilal, do you want to explain more about what you usually talk to your clients about?
Oh yeah, it's all about testing the waters and finding out more about them. So it's like where they're coming from, how they got to where they are now, and learning if there's any prior injuries that might cause any issues in their day-to-day coming to us that we need to look out for.
Yeah, I agree so. And I think for me, the best way to do that is I try to get my clients to tell me a story or go through a timeline of what they've tried before that has or hasn't worked, and how can I help them further from here.
Yeah, so I think for me personally, if I'm a coach, I would also like to, I'm a client, I would like to also hear about like a clear plan on how the plan is going to guide me towards my goal. Yeah.
I think that will give a lot of clarity to the clients and decide if this is the right fit for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, shall we move into the next question?
Yeah, sure.
Getting to know each other. Now, Inghao, when you are getting to know your client, I believe there are certain things that you discuss about. Now, of course, there may be certain misconceptions around why or what we talk about. Do you want to just give some examples around that?
I think a lot of times client is like not very sure on how are we going to approach for them, so that there are a lot of misconceptions. Am I going to be like, first session I need to carry very heavy? Yeah. And then it's like, but a lot of times it's actually not. Yeah, we here it's more like trying to know where is their baseline at, before we progress them further.
I think it's very important to get that baseline because that's what personal training is all about. It's about personalizing a program based on what you can already do and taking that further. Bilal, besides exercising, do you have anything else that you want to clear some misconceptions, perhaps around lifestyle factors?
I think the situation I usually run into is they worry about me judging them if they give their honest answer. Usually, like, if I ask them their favorite food and they say, salads? I'm a personal trainer. My favorite food isn't a salad. If your favorite food is like nasi lemak, that's fine. I'd want you to enjoy the food you enjoy.
I love nasi lemak, actually, by the way. Yeah.
There you go. I want them to keep enjoying the food they enjoy while creating something that they can sustainably maintain while enjoying the things they love in their day-to-day life. That's the goal of like finding out more about them.
Yeah, I think that's also another thing that what I always mention about the personal parts of personal training, because we don't want to just blanket rule out all certain food groups or a certain diet that they must follow, but rather how can we take their current practices and personalize a strategy that can work for them.
Yeah.
So that is a sustainable program for them. Yeah. So it's not like just short term and then they cannot follow through. Then actually what's the point of us giving them a plan?
Yeah. Adherence is very important and it can only be done if it's something that they can follow through.
I agree.
Doesn't matter how perfect the plan is, if they're not going to do it, it's useless.
Yeah. The question we would like to ask is about why is the pre-Q and consult conversation important, right? Yeah, and how does it help the journey or even decide if we are the right fit for them?
I mean, the whole start, that first call is a nice getting to understand them as a person, because like trying to put the personal in personal training, because this person's an individual. You want to know who they are and what sort of brought them to where they are today. So it's trying to build a path to where they want to go from where they are now. Otherwise, why are they calling you? It's just kind of like doing your due diligence before you jump in?
Yeah, I think on the note of getting to know their goals, their expectation, I think a lot of times clients have not so clear idea of what they actually want to achieve. Like the most classic example is like they just come and tell us they want to lose fat, right?
Yeah.
But when I believe that all of us have gone through this, that when you dig deeper behind these questions, it's not as simple as losing fat. Some people want to feel better energy-wise. Some people may want to look better in clothes. And some people may be concerned about their health. And by clarifying all of these goals, it actually gets us both on the same page and be equally as invested on this journey, rather than me expecting you to lose weight on the scale, but you actually just want to look good in your old clothes.
Yeah,
right.
Correct.
That whole mutual party benefiting from this situation.
Yeah. How about Inghao? Have you ever encountered certain clients that came with you with very, very crazy goals during the consultation, and you have to like calm them down or re-divert them to what's actually realistic?
To me, when it comes to pre-Q and consultation, the very important thing is that we are very focused on the commitment side of the client as well. Why is because we always believe that no matter how good is the program is, but if you are not going to commit to the program, you are not going to see any result either. Even though we are giving you, giving our own, like as a coach, our 100% commitment to them, right? To you, client. And also it's actually very hard for us to help you. That's commitment side that we really will dive in when coming to pre-Q and consult as well lah. Yeah.
Then one last thing I could add on to this importance of the consultation and why is it so important is a lot of times before hopping on a journey or specifically a fitness journey here, personally I like this commitment that we always mention to be an informed decision. And how can they make this informed decision if they don't understand what's realistic in terms of how long can they expect to be where they want to be and what's the actual work that they need to put in. I think once we clarify that, it comes very easy to work with and tackle each small goal by each small goal every single month.
Yeah, I think that's actually like what we always say is that if you want to clap with a hand, you can't clap, right? So it's actually both sides need to work together in order to achieve a goal.
Yeah, about laying out expectations of what they want versus what is realistic in terms of their day-to-day life and their busy schedule.
Yeah, correct. So both sides have to, come together. We are committed and they are committed as well. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Okay, so we talk a lot about what we do in the calls and what we do in the consult, why is it so important, but what do we not do in the consult? I think some people will find that a consultation is an invitation to experience how is it like here and maybe have a trial. But I think we need to clarify that our consultation is not so much of a first trial session, but rather what we do here and why is it so important is a conversation, and that's all. Okay, a conversation about what are your goals are, why is it so important for you, and how can we actually work together.
So you can sort of lay out the foundations of what you want to build from there. So learning about them as a person, what they've gone through so far, so that we know what to avoid if they've gone through that before, what to go for. There's a million and one ways to lose weight or build muscle. It's just finding the right fit.
Yeah. I think as much as we want to help clients get started and it's important to take action, what's equally important and very crucial to clear out at the start is what are we trying to do together, rather than just hop into it with no direction, right? And I think one thing that I want to point out is communication during a consult has to be two ways. So I don't want you to see this as you walk in, you tell me what's your goal, and I say okay, and then we start. But rather a two-way communication of what you want to do, and I make sure that I can help you there, and maybe I give you an idea of what I can help you with, and the plan. lay out the plan, and only if both parties are okay, then only we proceed with the first session at another scheduled date.
Yeah, there you go. If both parties okay, it might not be okay, it might just not be the right fit, and we can find a better path for them further on. It's more about getting them on the right footing.
Yes, because there are so many sessions that you can just ask them to exercise, and you guys don't have to worry about it's too easy for you, right?
Right. Another thing that is important to talk about the consultation process is, I believe all of us have this kind of experience, is maybe during the first contact, clients sounds like they are very enthusiastic, very committed to get started. But once you actually bring them to reality, bring them to ground, and ask them, so how is your next 2 or 3 months looking like in terms of consistency to train? Suddenly they tell you got work commitment lah, traveling lah, family, cousin birthday, wedding lah. Yeah, so if we don't rule all this out during the consultation process, I think the progress and expectations during the training will be very
different as well.
Yeah.
It's not what they expected, because a lot of times expect and reality is different, because you got life, you got something going on as well. You got your work, you need to juggle your work. You got your family, you got so many stuff. You got your social life as well. There are too many things going on out there. So it's very important for them to, like during the consult, it's like to lay it out everything that we foresee that could become a potential obstacles. And then we try to, overcome it first. Yeah.
They also might be coming in with sort of warped expectations from what they've seen online. But like these people they see with transformations, they aren't them. They might even have better transformations, and we don't know.
Yeah. Take away. So I think for all of the people out there like looking at this video, I think one key takeaway for me, very important, is that communication is very important when it comes to training, because I think both ways have to work together in order to achieve a goal. Yeah. So maybe Bilal?
Okay. I think skepticism is completely fine, not being sure, but don't let it go to the point where you don't even start in the first place.
I think my take-home message for all the audience out there would be, it's very important to find a coach who spends time to clarify your goals and understand what is the measurable outcome that we want. Is it just by how you feel, or is it by how you look, or is it defined by numbers on a scale? Because that will determine your happiness on the long run. So for those who want to get started with us, you know where to find us. Move Private Fitness at Mont, Kiara. I'm Coach Sheng.
Hey, find me.
Find you.
Coach Bilal.
I'm Coach Ying Hao. Wait.